Welcome by another tutorial of Design by K. Today we're gonna make this booty. It's a baby booty. This one is for a newborn. If you want to make it for a 12-month or 6-month old, then just use a bigger hook. So this one we're gonna make today. For that we're gonna need one main color. In this case I used Stonewashed from I Love This Yarn. And for the contrast color I'm using the Mango, also from I Love This Yarn. I'm using a 4.25mm hook, a G. You're gonna need a scissor, and you're gonna need a weaving needle, yarn needle. So we're gonna start with the main color, and we're gonna start by making a slip knot. And then we're gonna start with a chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in the second of the hook, okay, let me get some more yarn first. In the second of the hook, we're gonna start by chaining. Do 3 single crochets. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is the one on the hook, we don't count that one. This is the first and this is the second. So in the second of the hook you're gonna do 3 single crochets. 1. Oh, sorry. 2 and 3, and then in the next 5 chain we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each chain. So 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the next one we're going to do 1 half double crochet, and in the last one you're going to do 7 double crochets, all in the same stitch. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me recount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me recount. Hold on. 1 moment, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have to do one more. I miscounted. 1 more. Okay. We're gonna now work on the opposite side. So we're gonna work in the other side of the row. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. So the first one is going to be a half double crochet, and this is the last one of the row. This one we'll put it in, and this one here will be the first one of the opposite side. So in there we're gonna do a half double crochet. So in here, I don't know if you can see it, be a half double crochet, and then in the next 5 you're gonna do a single crochet. So that is one in here, one, two, three, four, and 5. Okay, we're not gonna close it now with a slip stitch. Let me zoom out again. We're not gonna close it with a slip stitch. We're just gonna continue with the next row. The next row is gonna be 2 single crochets in the first stitch of the previous row. So that's in here. 1, 2. You can put a stitch marker in the first one, but I don't do that. And 2 single crochets in the next 2 also. So in the first 3 stitches you do 2 single crochet, 2 in this one and 2 in the next one, and then 7 single crochets of 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, oh sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is 7, and then 2 single crochets in the next 5 stitches. So that is 1, 2, 2, 2 times, 1, 2, that's 3 times, 1, 2, 4 times, 1, 2 is 5 times, and then you're gonna do 1 single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe do that one. 6, 7. Okay, we're gonna do a single crochet in the next single crochet for the next stitch, and 2 single crochets in the next, and we're gonna do that for a multiple of 3. So 1 single crochet in the first of the previous round, and 2 single crochets in the next. That is 1 time. 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochet in the next time, 1 makes 2 times, 1 single crochet in the next, and 2 single crochet in the following, and now we did it a total of 3 times. We're going to do a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to repeat as the same as in the beginning, but now for a multiple of 5 times. So 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochets in the one after that. That is 1 time. 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochets in the following. That that makes 2 times in total. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet in the next, makes a total of 3 times. So we have to do 2 more times. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, makes a total of 4 times. 1 more time, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet, and then we're gonna do 7 single crochets in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cut off a little piece of yarn. We'll go fast enough, and just put your yarn through it like that. Don't fasten off. We're gonna make an invisible join. I'm already putting my yarn through the needle. And when you make an invisible join, you're actually making an extra stitch. Let me zoom in. Let's see if I can find it. So you're actually gonna make an extra stitch. So what you're at the end of the row, you have to have 38 stitches. So this one you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So we have 38, but because we're gonna make one extra, we're gonna skip the last one. And what you do, let me see if I can zoom in. What you're gonna do, you're gonna skip this one, and with your needle you're going through both of the loops from the outside to the inside, like this. And then only on the inside, on this loop, so if you hold it like this, it's gonna be the front loop. You're gonna go from the inside to the outside. Pull it a little bit tighter. And then what I do, because if you stop now you don't have it, so what I do right away is weave in here. In that case you can pull it a little bit, and then just to make sure it's secured, I'm weaving it one more time. And then I cut my yarn really short. So now you can see, you can't see the stitch that you made, and you have 38 stitches around it. So let me weave in this little. Normally I will go over my yarn if I work on the opposite. Somehow that didn't happen now, so I have to weave it in. Normally when you go on the opposite side, you just go over the thread also, over the yarn. Somehow I forgot it, didn't happen, I don't know. Yes, so just weave it in. So. And then you have one sole. I suggest to make the second one right away, because then you're having the same tension and then your shoes will be more likely to be exact. This one comes out pretty good. It's about 9.5 centimeters, that's about for the newborn size. So go make the second one. I don't have to do the second one. I suggest you do the second one, and when you make the second one I will see you back. Okay, we're gonna start with the contrast color. In this case it's mango. Put my needle and my stitch on the side. Make a slip knot. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna slip stitch all around, but only in the back loop only. So attach it here on the back with a slip stitch, and then you're gonna do a slip stitch all around, but only in the back loop. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you have 2 loops, and you're gonna do it in the back loop only, and just a slip stitch all the way around. And in this case, the first slip stitch also counts as a stitch, because we have to have 38 stitches. So only in the back loop only. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I'm gonna do that all the way around. Of the mango more, because my previous mango was already finished. Let me count to be sure how many stitches I have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. I have to do one more. Already thought so, but just to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna slip stitch into the first. And then cut off your yarn. And this is going to be the inside, where you see the gray through it. That's going to be the inside of the shawl. So I'm going to weave in the ends on the inside, so later on you won't see it. And the other one also. Don't have to forget to zoom out in a moment. Okay, you will have a little knot here. That's so nice. Let me zoom out. That is not so nice, but we're gonna go work in front of it, so it's gonna be on the inside. Like you see here, you won't see it here either. Okay, mango we're gonna need later one more time, but for now we're gonna go with the main color again. So making a slip knot. And what we're gonna do now, to make sure that we will still see the mango color, is we're gonna work again in the back loop only, and we're gonna do a whole row of single crochet. So we're gonna attach it with a slip stitch, and then chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch. Let me restart, because I started on the outside and I don't want that. I have to start on the inside of my skein, so I'm gonna restart. Making a slip knot. Everybody has different ways of making a slip knot, so I think by now that you probably will know how to do that. So just attach it with a slip stitch, chain 1, doesn't count as a stitch, and then right away in the first one, so in the same space that you made your slip stitch in the same space you can also do your first single crochet, and then in the back loop only, so you have two loops here, back loop and the front loop, and we're gonna work in the back loop only. So here also front loop, back loop, and you're gonna work in the back loop only. And at the end you have to have 38. So in the back loop only. Make sure that if you crochet booties that your tension is gonna be the same on both. Especially later on when we're gonna do the decreasing. So just all the way around, and at the end you're gonna have 38 stitches, so 38 single crochets, and then you will slip stitch in the first single crochet, and then we're gonna go to the next row. So I will see you at the end of the row, and just use the back loop only, because if you use the back loop only, then you can see, you will still see the mango color or your contrast color through it. So I will see you at the end of the row, and then we're gonna go to the next row. Okay, we're at the end of the row. I slip stitch in the first. Somehow I always have a problem by skipping the slip stitch. So what I always do, I put a stitch marker not in my first but in my slip stitch. Somehow it always happens that I'm crocheting in that one also. So I put a stitch marker in my slip stitch, so I know I don't have to crochet in that stitch. The second row of the side, we're gonna chain one again, and in the same spot you're gonna do a single crochet, and again single crochet all around, and this time just through both loops. The rest of the pattern is gonna be through both loops, not through one loop anymore. So just go all the way around, and I will see you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm at the end of row 2. So this is where my slip stitch is. I know I don't have to do that one. That is this one, and I'm gonna slip stitch in the first single crochet. So not in your chain 1 but in your first single crochet, and I'm gonna put my stitch marker back in my slip stitch. Okay, the next row you're gonna do a chain of 1 and then a single crochet in the same, and then a single crochet in the next 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So including the first one, in the first stitch you're gonna have 9 single crochets, and we're gonna do now a single crochet 2 together, and in the next one a single crochet, and we're gonna do that for a total of 7 times. So we're gonna do 2 single crochet together and 1 single crochet in the next. That is 1 time, so we have to do it 6 more times. Single crochet together, single crochet in the next. That is 2 times. Single crochet together, single crochet in the next. 3 times. Single crochet together, single crochet 4 times. single crochet together, single crochet 5 times, single crochet together, single crochet 6 times, one more time, single crochet 2 together, single crochet 7 times. So that's the beginning of the making the nose of the shoe. And then you're gonna do just single crochets until you're at the end. And then this is my slip stitch again. I don't have to yarn that. And then in the first single crochet you're gonna make a slip stitch. And again I'm putting my stitch marker in my slip stitch, because somehow, maybe because I crochet loose, I don't know, but somehow if I don't do that, I always ending up somehow, somewhere crocheting in the slip stitch. So the next one is going to be chain 1, the next round, single crochet in the same space, it's where your chain 1 is, and then a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a total of 8 if you include the first one. Now we're gonna do the same as the previous row, so 2 single crochets together and then single crochet in the next, but now a total of 5 times. So single crochet 2 together, single crochet in the next, that's 1 time, single crochet 2 together, single crochet in the next. Make sure that you really do it in the next, single crochet 2 together, single crochet in the next. That makes 3. Let me check it. 1, 2. I already did 4 times. This is the first one, second one, third one. No, I have to do it 2 more times. So single crochet 2 together, single crochet in the next, and single crochet 2 together, and single crochet in the next, and then single crochet in the remaining stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're gonna do a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the previous row, and I'm gonna place my stitch marker again in the next one. And for row 5 we're gonna start with a chain 1, a single crochet in the same stitch. The next 2 stitches we're gonna crochet together, so 2 single crochet together, and then in the next 7 stitches you're gonna do one single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, and then we're gonna do 3 times 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet together. So 1, that is 1 time 2 single crochet together, 2 time, and the last time. Oh, let me redo that one. Somewhere my yarn was stuck. 1. And then in the remaining, in the next 7 stitches, you do one single crochet. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next 2 we're gonna do together, so 2 single crochet together and 1 single crochet in the last. Here is my stitch marker here again, and then slip stitch in the first single crochet, and I'm gonna place my stitch marker there again. And as you see, it's starting to look like the other booty. We're gonna do one more row of decreasing, and in this row we're gonna do half double crochet together. So we're gonna start by chaining 1 and a single crochet in the same stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. And then we're gonna do 2 half double crochets together for a total of 2 times. So yarn over, pull up, yarn over, next stitch, and pull through all of them. Yarn over in the next one, yarn over in the next stitch, and pull through all of them. And then you're gonna do a single crochet in the remaining stitches. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is number 8. So we're gonna stop decreasing now, just slip stitch in the first single crochet, and again I'm gonna do my stitch marker. So we finished the foot part now, and if you have enough yarn, then I advise you, because you have the tension now for the sole, to make the next one also. With this one I already played a little bit, so, but as you can see they have the same size. So because we are working now later, we're going to work half double crochets, because these are half double crochets, and 1 row of single crochets. I advise you to do the second one now. You can cut off the yarn, you can take a little bit from the other side if you want, and make the other foot also before we're going to start with the sides. So make your second one, and when we return, then I'm going to show you how to make the shaft from the shoes. Okay, we're gonna go on to the last part of the bootie. We're gonna do 3 rows of half double crochet in every stitch. We're gonna start with a chain 1 again, and then 1 half double crochet in the first. Get some yarn. So 1 half double crochet in every stitch around, and we're going to do that for a total of 3 rows. So just do 3 rows of half double crochet all the way around, slip stitch all the time in the first half double crochet, and then chain 1 and 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and do that for a total of 3 rows. And at the end of the 3 rows I'm coming back, and then we're gonna do one color, a row color in the main in the contrast color. And somehow a little bit. So just 3 rows of half double crochet all the way around, and don't fasten off after those 3 rows, because we're gonna leave the main color hanging while we do 1 row of contrast color. I'm at the end of the first row, and here's my slip stitch marker again, and I'm just gonna do a slip stitch in the first half double crochet, and I'm gonna place my stitch marker in my slip stitch again. So 2 more rows, chain 1 and half double crochet in the first stitch. 2 more rows, and I will see you at the end of the 3rd row. Okay, I'm at the end of row 3. I'm gonna leave my main color hanging, and I'm gonna get the contrasting color, and I'm gonna slip stitch in the first half double crochet, but instead of using the main color, I'm using the contrast color to make the slip stitch. Just pull it a little bit tight, and I'm gonna place my stitch marker in there, and then we're gonna make 1 row of single crochet. So we're gonna chain 1 and then a single crochet in the first one, and 1 single crochet in every stitch. Every stitch all around. So One more. And then you can cut off your contrasting color. Just leave a little bit yarn so you can weave it in later. And then you're gonna slip stitch in the first single crochet and just pick up your main color again and finish off the slip stitch. Let me get my stitch marker out. I forgot to put it off, and I'm gonna need it because we're gonna do a few more rows. So I'm gonna put the stitch marker back in the slip stitch, and then with the main color you're gonna do chain 1 and then 1/2 double crochet in every stitch, and again for a total of 3 rows. So 1/2 double crochet all around for a total of 3 rows. At the end of the 3 rows I will be back, and then I'm gonna show you the end result and maybe a few suggestions. So just finish the 3 rows and then I will see you back. Okay, I'm at the end of the row, so I'm gonna remove my stitch marker and I'm gonna slip stitch in the first 1/2 double crochet. And then cut off my yarn, leave a little piece to weave in ends. Okay, now it's time to weave in all the last ends, and I'm only having it from these 3. So because inside I have still one. I thought I did that one, but I didn't. So makes it a little bit harder because you have to pull out the whole shoe, but that's okay. I'm just gonna weave in the ends. And I wanna go 1 time back because then I know for sure it's more secured. So okay, now the top ones. Let me make a small knot between with the contrasting color. That way you can, if there is a small gap, you can close it. And make sure that you don't see it. So I'm just going through the stitches. I have a needle with a sharp point, so I can go through the yarn and 1 time back. And I don't want to see my yarn, so I'm doing one side, cut it real short, and this piece I'm gonna go the other way. Otherwise you're gonna have a thick piece on one side. So I'm gonna put this one this way, and I'm gonna do it through the stitches here. And back. So I know it's secured. And then the last piece of yarn, and this is yarn for my skin. Don't have to do that. No more. It's done. 1 time and 1 time back. So the booty is ready now. Let me put it all out. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold the shaft or the upper part so that your main contrast color is on top, and then your booty is done. And it's always a little bit difficult to shape it. You can, if you want to show it, then you can put a little bit of paper in it. And then my both booties are done. I think they're kind of cute. You can put a button on the side, maybe a little bow here if you do it in curly colors. And it's always difficult to make two booties the same length and the same height. If you want to make them, these are for 0 to 3 months. If you want them to make for a bigger child, like 6 months, because I'm using now 4.25mm hook, just go up one size hook, and then on 2. If you do it with a 5, it's going to be for a 6 to 12 months old. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope to see your booties on my Facebook page. I'll put them in the comments or in the topic below, and hope to see you next time with another tutorial of Design by K. Thank you.